Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Talk About Sleep. And we're going to be talking a lot about sleep today. So, this is the end of the month, and as always, we do our question and answer forum. There's a lot of stuff to talk about this time, which is awesome. So, this will probably be 2 or possibly 3 videos. We'll see how it goes. As I always say, everything we talk about here is for education only. The Amazon link to this guy, Let's Talk About Sleep, is in the description box down below. But as we get to 1,000 subscribers, one lucky viewer at random will get a signed copy of that. So, gotta be in it to win it. We're inching close to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you guys. And thank you for everybody who interacted this past month. So keep it up. And if you like the channel, please click like, please subscribe. And without any more stuff, let's get right into it. So, SM writes on my Let's Talk About Daylight Savings video, looks like we may not be doing this for much longer. Maybe an interesting adjustment if it does end up happening. Well, SM, it looks like that is going to be happening. It looks like daylight savings has been essentially abolished. You know, it's only one day, essentially where that time change happens. But I think the consequences of it will be good, okay? And if nothing else, you don't have to worry about setting your analog clocks again. So, no, but I think it'll be a good thing because it was kind of an antiquated idea anyway. So, we'll see. Hopefully, it leads to people getting more sleep. You know, especially the day that they would have gotten an hour less, and like I said, the Monday after daylight savings time, the number one day for car accidents in America. So hopefully that'll be mitigated. But we'll see. On my questions answered from February video, SM also writes, interesting channel. Thank you. How about the sleep tracking of fitness trackers? Are they accurate for capturing sleep stages? Great question. I'm probably going to do a video about this in general. My opinion on all kinds of sleep trackers is this. No, they are not accurate enough to determine if you're in deep sleep or REM sleep, although they say that they are. And they're not really useful for a clinician's perspective. However, if they help you to track your sleep and give you kind of the impetus to, all right, I'm going to try to get a higher score or whatever it is, great. If they show that there's a problem and that helps you to seek out, help, great. But as far as, bringing me data and having me look at it, it's not really what I'm interested in. What I am more curious in is there anything, actionable that we can do something about, but what is your subjective experience? That's what I care, not so much what the data tells me. Maybe in the future that'll change, as the technology gets a little bit more advanced, but for right now we're not there yet. Good question though. On my idiopathic hypersomnia video, Bella writes, IH community member here, great, that's idiopathic hypersomnia. So lucky to have gotten diagnosed within a few months of my symptoms at 17. Yes, very true. Like narcolepsy, there is usually a huge gap between somebody started having symptoms with IH and then finally getting diagnosed. So that is great. That just goes to show that there is more of an understanding from the public perspective, but also doctors, about what these conditions are. So that's great. She also writes, Bella also writes, I just noticed this was posted on my birthday. Weird. That is kind of weird. But universe is talking to you. And then she also writes, Bella also writes on my Xyrem and Zywave videos, I have been taking Zywave for over a month. I can't tell if it's working. I asked my doctor, but I think I've confused him. How do I tell if it's working? Well, with Zywave and Xyrem, Zywave particularly for IH, it takes a while for the kind of the dosage to go up to get you to the right level. There's not really a great way to tell if it's working or not, other than how do I feel in the morning? Do I feel any different? Do I feel like I feel more energetic? Usually with IH patients, the kind of waking up in the morning is the hardest thing. So that would be kind of how I gauge it. But it may just be that you're not at the high enough dose yet. So keep us in the loop. And then on my Xyrem video, S. Crandall writes, I'm currently taking 3 milligrams of Zywave twice nightly for IH, again, idiopathic hypersomnia. I wake up around 2 to 5 hours after my first dose, then take my second dose. But overall, I'm sleeping less and getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night. Is that common for people who take this medication? Is it better to take 5 to 6 hours of good sleep versus 8 hours of unmedicated, unrefreshing sleep? That's a great question. It's hard to say. It may be that the dosage is not high enough, and the reason why you're kind of waking up in the middle of the night is because, you need more of it. That's a possibility. But I think the answer is in how you feel, right? Just like with Bella, I think getting to the point where the medicine is doing its job, yeah, you probably should be sleeping 7 hours and waking up refreshed. I mean, that's kind of the idea. But it may be that in the past, you were getting 8 hours and it was unrefreshing. That's kind of your body. You're telling you something that, all right, look, we need to do something more. So the fact you're getting 6 hours and it's refreshing and you feel good, that may be who you are. That may be really who you are. So again, it may be that you need more medicine. It may be that this is fine for you. It's hard to say. Every case is a little bit different. But I would say as long as you're feeling better, you're heading in the right direction. Okay? So good job. All right, so we have a lot to talk about here, and I don't want to make these videos too long. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, and then the next video will be further with these questions. All right, so some good stuff so far, and thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for part 2. Until then, sleep well.